you see, these are tough conversations. In February 2010, I told you, my salary stopped because I've left Tigo. For 6 months, I've not got a salary. That school I was going to, it was settings. I was not happy. Let's teach it. As for the students, they are very happy. Oh, this guy, I have his class, he teaches very well. But there's nothing coming. And mortgages have to be paid. School fees are running. My parents are alive at that time. Parents were dead. But things were happening, you see. So, I think that's the question you have. Like that 6 months. If even in 2009, I mean, exec is here. Tigo is no longer in existence, so we can talk. Tigo, they didn't pay well. It's not as if we had some very good buffer somewhere. The Tigo salary was like Presbyterian. So, in those moments, you are doing a very, very, very tight walk because my people are from Ashanti region, you know the pride issue. So that one, I've already said that in Helbia, you know, but in actual fact, I'm suffering. And it's only by God's grace. You should have seen me the day I got the Ashesi and Gimpa offer at the same time. Here I was a corporate guy. I used to say, oh, lecturers are not well paid. But the first, I mean, in 6 months, I'm going to get salary twice now from 2 universities. I was so excited because nothing had come in for a while. And you can see the thing, you are seeing the bottom of the pit right now. How the mortgage people will come, how they will match you out, and whatnot and whatnot. So there's no easy answer, my brother. There's no easy answer. It's just a question of, as for the cash flows, how much you have versus how much is spent. A bankrupt company is what? Current assets do not cover current liabilities. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have fixed assets. But at that moment, you cannot pay any bill, and therefore you're bankrupt. So that is a big reality check in the market. Now, in terms of another example I'll add, when my father was alive, me and my father were so close that even when I was in Amsterdam, he can be sick in Ghana, there are people in the house. I will be the one who will call and say, close the shop, somebody should go to that issue. I don't think he's okay. And they go and he's badly in need of help. And the family used to talk about this a lot, that this man and his father, the bond is just too much. And now, when I came back from Amsterdam, you know, my father had asked me that this decision to come back, you are saying that the schools over there are racist and your children must come to school in Ghana and so on. Will it not affect your whole budgetary cycle? And I said, God will provide. Now, guess who is the person I have to go and see to readjust our support budget? The same Akwesi Nsako. How do you think I'm feeling? But immediately, I also called my brother. I'm like, hey, you know what? When I was abroad, nobody asked me to increase my contribution. So I increased. So now that I'm back, maybe let's all increase again. I can probably take a smaller increment, but Akwesi Nsako must not suffer for this decision. I'm just using that example. That one by one, everything had to be readjusted to a new reality till such time that 4 years after my return, when I returned to Airtel in the telecom industry, they were doing a bit better than the Tigo side. So we started to be able to do some of the things that we needed to do. Those decisions, I think, are what men do not make easily. It goes to what type of food your children eat, what type of school you are going to go to, what type of house you live in. But men, we don't do it too easy. It's as though, you know, I mean, I remember when I was getting married, some of my friends were also entering this mortgage cycle, and the houses were a bit more stylish, a bit bigger, and so on and so forth. And it's difficult to say this is the only one we can do, because this is, for me, a 29-year-old, I'm not going to go frustrated by a decision that is a happy decision. You have entered the mortgage ladder, and then suddenly you are sad because your friend is in a bigger place. You see, that's how sadness. So bonds are very important. You see, in those moments you have to know that people say you are old, but at least you use. The Gen Z uses the same gaslighting and those the English they speak in your circles also. If you are in a place where the gaslighting is going on there, no amount of money will be enough. You have to have genuine friends, genuine people who are going to commend you for the things you do. And those friends are normally people who other people do not acknowledge. The man who sat here, what's his name? Next to where you are sitting. Agri. Do you know how I know Agri? Agri came to do national service in this brewery. There was a project called Maximo. When Agri asked him about Maximo, it was a project that had failed. Nobody wanted to be known about it. It's like a career limited project. If our Maximo face the wall, nothing is going to happen in your life. But they put him on Maximo. And then guess what happened? Under him, Maximo started working. I'm sure he's rich, isn't he?
Let me just add that there are two things that I would suggest based on the question, right? Start making a list of how your money, how you spend your money. Cross out those ones which are not necessary.
Right.
And you can't help everything.
So we like.
And sometimes you think you don't do it, something will happen to you, nothing will happen to you. Nothing will happen. Sometimes you are paying some unnecessary fees, unnecessary spending. Cut down your expenses in terms of, so make a list. All those unnecessary people and all those, cut them off. Because you don't have the capacity to help them. I hope you understand. Then secondly, what I would also advise is that everybody who is doing well may not do well with just one thing. You need multiple sources of income. So maybe you are here, you are in a certain unit, pay is not too good. That shouldn't occupy your time 24 hours. What it means is that think about other things that you can do in order to increase your income. Like for example, a medical doctor, clinical psychologist, 2 In addition to that, I go around and have all kinds of speaking engagements. From there, going to another place to go and speak. Obviously, I'm going to get money. You understand what I'm saying? I also do carpentry. I'm a very, very good carpenter. Very, very good carpenter. So I do carpentry works here and there. All those things are extra sources of, and the other things why. So if you're here, just don't focus on one thing. Look at other areas that you can also make some money so that you can be able to help yourself and those who want to. Is it okay?